All right, are you guys still with me? Are you still with me, gentlemen? Shit. Well, crap, guys. Hopefully you're getting back here with me. Sorry about that. A little bit of technical difficulties, and of course it's not going to be the first, and it's certainly not going to be the last time, guys. But we got everybody coming back in here, and back with you. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know what's going on with my Elgato face cam, and I don't know if it actually is my Elgato face cam, but every once in a while it will lock up. So, gentlemen, welcome back to the stream. Sorry about that, gentlemen. Should be good to go. I'm checking something really quick. If you would just bear with me for one moment, please. It was supposed to pick right back up, and I don't know why it didn't, but anyway, that's for a later time. Get that figured out later. You know, it's like I said, it's not a first time. It won't be the last time that happens, right? So anyway, I think we're probably good. And all set to go here. So hopefully everybody, waiting for some people to jump back in here. We got 6 right now. Did you have Don C over earlier, Symphonat? Can't think of any other. right, Aces. Maybe. Oh man. You know, it's been a while, I guess, since I had a stream go down. So I guess I was due, maybe, guys. So looks like people are getting connected back in. Welcome back, everybody. Sorry about that, guys. Welcome for tonight to tonight's stream, and so we got something special planned for you guys. First of all, it is a payware night, like I mentioned. Don had asked, "Hey, what airports are payware scenery tonight?" And it's all of them, actually, guys. So, of course, we are going to be checking out the new release from LatinVFR, the Global Vehicle Traffic, and we'll be flying where we're starting from right now. We've done this before, SimFans. We'll be leaving San Diego International. That's his LatinVFR scenery as well. I think this is a really good one. I really like it. And we'll head on our way to Burbank Hollywood, KBUR. And so with that, I will go ahead and throw up the route below. Throw up. It felt like throw it up there. There, KSAN-KBUR, and then we'll end at Santa Barbara. Now, those are 2 airport and payware sceneries from Orbx, and I like these. I've had them for a while, guys, and so definitely another good one for all of you to check out. I know it costs money, but you know what? It's kind of fun to jump in and out to do these things. And first, so that's a good segue to what I want to mention next. I want to send out and take just a moment to thank all of you out there that have so generously donated to this channel in the past. I use those donations to put back into the channel, buy these products so we can highlight them like we're gonna do tonight. And I track out the spreadsheet, and I make sure that every dollar that is donated gets put right back into the channel for all of you to see. So I want to say it's not me, it's all of you that have donated, and so a big thank you to all of you. And for the rest of you that can't donate, that's fine. I don't need your money, I don't want your money, But I do want to say send out a big thank you to all those that have donated so that we can bring these products, and I don't have to necessarily pay everything out of pocket. I do, of course, pay quite a bit out of pocket. So this really helps, and I want to take a moment just to thank all of you for that. And so, and then, of course, all of you Sim fans that are watching, thank you so much. For those that are new and they've been here for a while, now that that's out of the way, speaking of products and payware, we're back in the SimWorks Studios Kodiak 100 Series 2 payware aircraft, as you all know, and because, of course, we need a high-wing aircraft to check out the scenery, all the little cars and trucks on the way to our destination. So we're going to be kind of hugging the coastline, checking out some of the traffic as we make our way first to Burbank and then, of course, to Santa Barbara. It will not be that long of a flight tonight. We're starting at 9:30, a little later than usual, Sim fans. So no fretting. We won't make it a 4-hour stream like last Saturday. I know a lot of you wanted to do cold and dark. It won't be that long tonight. Probably about an hour and a half, depending on how much we check out and fly around. So, and I do have to say, this aircraft is probably, I still have the COVID cough, by the way, still is one of my favorite payware general aviation aircraft. And oh my God. Delgam, he's gonna start it off already. Delgam88 dropping the $50 dono, says blue skies. Delgam, blue skies to you, my friend. Thank you so much. Thank you. Again, speaking of that $50, and that was not my intent to start asking for money, Delgam, but thank you so much for dropping the $50 dono. Oh my goodness, Delgam. That's just awesome, my friend. And again, put it back into the channel for all of you. And by the way, because of that, we gotta, go ahead and do the ticker. So thank you again, Delgam, for that dono. Most generous, my friend. And so with that, we're going to be back in the Kodiak 100, and of course, a good time to turn on the Bravo throttle cam. And so here we go. And by the way, I am planning on doing a version 2.0 review of the Alpha flight controls. I did it with the Bravo camera, and I know many of you have made a lot of comments and did a lot of likes and a lot of views. And I thought, you know what? I haven't done a review of the Alpha flight controls since I got it. I got the thing way back in 2018, I think. 2018? Yeah, 2018. It was in October, I believe, that I got it. I actually had a refurb sent to me because the potentiometer broke in it. I'll talk about my experience with Honeycomb, customer service, and how that went later on in the stream. But guys, with that being said, again, the route's down below. Check it out right there. And let's go ahead and get started. So you came here to see ground traffic, right? Ground vehicle traffic by LatinVFR. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. I'm going to go ahead and turn the route off and the Honeycomb Bravo throttle quadrant for just a moment. And so one of the things by default, and I don't know, I said by default, I don't know if this is the case, but my traffic was set to 50%. Now keep in mind, guys, that this is the payware LatinVFR scenery. So if you don't have the LatinVFR payware scenery, the traffic in that might be a little different because, the developers kind of do the surrounding areas of the airport. And as you can see, this isn't supposed to be like we're in American Truck Simulator, and seeing this. But I wanted to give you a chance to see these vehicles. You got the Amazon truck. Is that Casca? Or Costco? Casca, what the flop? Costco. And then, of course, I've seen the Ryder trucks. You've got some cars here. So you do have, obviously, different traffic that you can see. Now, the idea, of course, isn't to be, like, right up close like we're in a driving simulator. We got to do that at some point, don't we, do an American Truck Simulator? Because normally you're going to be flying an aircraft and you're going to be going along, and it's mainly for VFR flights, obviously. I don't think you're going to want this scenery add-on for if you do a lot of commercial flights. I mean, maybe you would, but this is going to be more for flying VFR. Now, the one thing you'll notice is there is no traffic here. So some of the roads, depending on what your traffic settings are, if it's at 50% or 100%, you may or may not have traffic in some of your roads. The other thing too, I'd like to mention again, I haven't changed it from 50 to 100%. Another thing to keep in mind is you have payware scenery. It could mess with what traffic is en route because that's part of the scenery. If it's not defined, it's probably not going to be seen. Now, with that being said, LatinVFR, this is LatinVFR San Diego scenery, okay? So you would think they would optimize it to some degree to be able to see more of the traffic. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna, and I don't think the interstate over here actually does populate, but to change the traffic, you go into here, general options, and you go to traffic, and just kind of the same place where you have the nameplates and that. You've got airport, vehicle density, ground aircraft, all that. But what you're looking for is down here, road vehicles. So we're gonna change that. We're gonna adjust that to 100. And we're gonna say apply and save. And then we're gonna go back and let's see if that really did anything. And sometimes it takes, I've noticed, just like a little, and I think it did add some to the side roads and that, but you notice still nothing here. So I'm gonna go back, guys. Back over here, we're gonna speed up. Of course, I'm using the drone camera. And sometimes I've noticed it takes it a little bit of time to load the traffic. So let's see if it'll start loading that. Because before this was like, there it goes. See, now it actually adjusted, and now you see a ton of it. So it takes it just a little bit to load those settings, I think. But now you see, we've got quite a bit more traffic. We even got some up there on the interstate now, okay? So that is something to be aware of with those settings. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm even gonna go one step further to show you all what is the impact on performance. So if you wanna see your frame rates, many of you know this, if you go to developers, you turn it on. I got the frame rate counter up there already set. By default, that isn't gonna be on, so you gotta go to options and then you take this display FPS and that'll get this guy up. But I wanna show all of you the impact. Now let's take off the nameplates for now, and I'll get back to that, guys, because I know it's kind of fun to see who's all around me, all of you that fly with me consistently. Let's go ahead and turn that off. So right now, and by the way, I wanna let you know I am running an AMD Ryzen 7 5800X. I just did a custom build, built my own computer. As many of you know, I've got the 3070 Ti Asus TUF, and I've got this right now on, I think very high or ultra, can't remember, we could check. But you can see that it's right now just hovering around the 60, now it'll drop every once in a while, but it's kind of right around the 58 to 60, sometimes 62. So you can kind of see where it's sitting at as we're looking at the traffic going by. And so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and turn it down to 50%. And I can't easily disable it, so to go back to default, I did take some videos though. I might post a video later on, upload a video of the, here's a side-by-side comparison with the global vehicle traffic on, and here's with it off. But as you can see, it does impact it though, right? I mean, now we're at like 62 to 65 frames per second, so, there's no doubt that there's a little bit, but honestly, if you're fortunate to have a 3000 series, and I'm going to get into that too, the stocks on these graphics cards are improving. If you're a member of our Discord server, I posted on hardware. There's 3070 and 3070 Ti's right now available in stock on B&H. I put a link on that. If you're not on our Discord server, check that out. There's a hardware channel. Do check that out. So stuff is getting better. GPUs are improving the availability. But as you can see, there is, there's a little bit of improvement. But see, now I moved around a little bit. Now it's back down to 50 some. So it's kind of hard to judge. Is it really impacting that or not? And unless you're on a rail going through scenery, it's kind of hard to see. But you can tell that made a tremendous amount of difference, right? Changing that from 100 to 50 and then 50 to 100. So since we're highlighting this scenery tonight, guys, of course we're gonna bump it back up to 100, right? I do not limit my frame rate. That's a great question, old golfer. I do not, and I also have a G-Sync monitor, so I just let her fly. Sometimes you can get better stability, and I would actually recommend limiting your frame rate if you're kind of on that borderline where it might, sink and go up and kind of go all over. It might give you a more consistent experience, but I do not. That's a great question, old golfer. I do not limit my frame rate. But as you can see, it's back to 56 now. Again, see now the traffic is kind of barren. It's going to take it, I think, just a little bit. And I don't know if it's just waiting or if it's like moving around and kind of reinitializes that traffic. I'm not quite sure yet, guys. I haven't figured that out yet. But you notice like now I've got it back up to 100 and I'm not seeing a ton of traffic, right away. So I think after a period of time, Microsoft Flight Sim will just do whatever it does and it'll start populating this with more traffic. Let's see if it does it again, guys. And yep, there it goes. So, you know, it just takes it some time. I don't know, maybe it's not moving around, but now we got some traffic. So let's take a look at the traffic. So we got our Ryder trucks, which is kind of cool. I think those are Ryder trucks. No, Penske trucks. Okay. Penske trucks, you're different. Sorry, COVID cough. You have your different trucks that are based for US, for North America territory. Frank Rose, hello, sir. How are you, Frank? Good to see you as well, my friend. Thank you so much. Frank says, I'm so glad to see you. Showing my son because he is so scared what is going on in Ukraine. Yes, we'll talk about that later too, Frank. It's a crazy day, isn't it? Crazy times right now. But yeah, hopefully this can give us a little break from the bad global news going on right now for sure. But Frank, thanks so much for joining us. So, but I'm gonna also bring up the product page really quick, guys. And so just to kind of highlight some of the things that it's beyond just this. And where did my Chrome browser window go? Hello. Is it not gonna come up? But let me try this again. Not that. Well. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm having all kinds of fun with stuff today. Let's start that again. Because I just want to show you guys really quick. Just taking a look at this. And some of the product highlights here that are with this. So appreciate your patience. Having some issues tonight, obviously. Maybe I'm not going to be able to get it. All right, well, that's fine. So I'm just going to read it. So you can pick this up for $8.99. So $9, it's pretty cheap, right? $9. So global vehicle traffic from LatinVFR. The cool thing is it replaces the road vehicle traffic with different sets for diverse parts of the world for North America, Latin America, Europe, Asia, Middle East, and Africa. Now, I haven't, mind you, jumped all over the place to check out the different areas of the world to see what the traffic looks like, but apparently it's supposed to be better about that. And so that's something that's kind of cool. The fact that it's cheaper is kind of cool. Some other highlights too, vehicles that resemble real-world types of traffic, including compact cars, vans, buses, and trucks. Different logos for many of the trucks, as you can see, with real-world companies. More realistic vehicles than the stock default, with no impact on performance. Now, maybe no impact, maybe a slight, it's kind of hard to say. So I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. No impact on performance. However, which is really kind of strange, the country of New Zealand couldn't be modified. So I haven't gone to New Zealand yet to check it out and see kind of what's going on there. So that's pretty much it, guys. So that there you go. There's the traffic. Adds a little bit of realism. It doesn't cost a whole lot. Honestly, because it's $9, you know, I thought this is so funny. Like, it's like, well, we all get it, right? We've seen how the default traffic is, but it's kind of cool. You know, it's kind of neat. Is it worth $9? Honestly, I don't know. I can't say at this point. I haven't done it enough to really say one way or another if I could really endorse this and say, guys, I think it's totally worth $9. Probably to most people, they're like, meh. I don't really care. I mean, I can see like traffic. I'm at a distance anyway. I'm not going right up and looking at the logos. So honestly, guys, it might be just worth saving your money on. But if you like a little added amount of immersion to your simulator, make it a little more realistic, I do want to check out the different parts of the world. So obviously I have it now. So because as you guys know, we go flying everywhere. We've been in Australia. We just went to Australia last Saturday. So again, you know, we'll see what it looks like when we visit some of those other parts of the world. I am kind of curious to see how that looks. So anyway, guys, that's pretty much it. Okay, but we're gonna get our plane started up. We're gonna do some flying the coast along California. We'll kind of peek at the traffic as we go along once we get away from this payware scenery. Now, with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the dev mode so we can get rid of that. And let's take a look and see who's all with us tonight before we start up the aircraft and get flying. So who's with us tonight, Sim fans? Who be out there? Who's out there? We've got Joseph. Hello, Joseph. Old Golfer 67. Flame 2 High, of course. Tipped Bird. How the heck are you guys doing? It's so good to see you guys. Stone Buffalo. We've seen Stone Buffalo. We've been flying with Stone Buffalo. Anyone else? See that scenery, guys? Isn't that gorgeous? It's just gorgeous. Guys, it's so good to see you here and flying today. Love to see you right here with me. Okay, let's go ahead and jump into the aircraft. Now, again, this is the Kodiak 100. This is by SimWorks Studios. I can't remember the price of it. Aces, can you check the price? I want to say it was like $35 or something like that. I think it's worth every penny, guys. I love this aircraft. It's a lot of fun to fly. It's a high performer. I know that one of you asked about what is a comparable or comparable aircraft to this aircraft. The C208 is. The Cessna 208 actually does have a bigger cargo payload to it, but nonetheless, it's a good one. Chris Evans, again, thank you for joining. I'm so far back on chat, guys. But let's get the bird up in the air, and then I'll catch up with you guys in chat. So again, I love this aircraft. I think it's worth every penny. It's got a really immersive checklist. God darn it, the stupid cough. Oh my goodness. All right, we'll turn the Bravo camera on. That started. There we go. Bravo. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, and so let's go up to our checklist. Take a look at this. How's the sound, Aces? Is the sound okay? Hope to see you later, Delcam. Delcam, leave us. Delcam dropped in the $50 donut and left. Wish I could join. Not at home. Enjoy, my friend. Oh my gosh, how nice of that, Delcam88. Sorry I missed that. Thank you so much again for joining. And geez, dropping the $50 is like a hit and run, and he left. Hats off to you, Delcam. Thank you so much. So control locks are off. Parking brake is not set. That's why it's always good to check for those things. So and I like when you can click on that and it actually shows you. That's kind of nice. So make sure that's actually enabled. Okay, it is. Why did I close the checklist? Okay. All electronic equipment off, and all of it is off. I think all of it is off. Yes, circuit breaker's all pushed in, so you do that. You can. That doesn't go over and look. But here, tick item. We want to look at the fuel selector, so we got to turn those on. There we go. Fuel shutoff valve. What I like about this, so you love it when you can click on the little eye and it shows you, especially when you have new aircraft. It's so nice to have that. Master switch on. Avionics master switch on. We're gonna see this, and I love the Garmin on this bird. It is awesome, blossom. Avionics switch is on. Can't quite hear that audible sound, maybe because I got the music going. We'll turn the. Let's go ahead and turn the music off for now, so we can hear this thing. You guys hear that? Now you should turn up the sound. I want you guys to be able to hear the sounds, because when you're looking at payware aircraft, you know, unlike the DHC-6 that still has sound issues, which is really pretty annoying, I'm going to go ahead and just turn the master up to 100. Hopefully this isn't... Careful, guys. Hopefully this doesn't blow your eardrums out. We can hear that better, right? You guys hear that better? Music a little loud. Thanks, Aces. 30 euros. So 34. So I was right in the ballpark. Thank you, Aces. So MFDs are initialized, of course. Fuel on board, we'll do a check on that. We got 50%. That's going to be fine for now. Avionics switch. We're not going to turn it off because it's going to ask us to turn it right back on. Trim for takeoff. So we should be good there. Pitot heat on. Check for working. Stall warning. Normally I would do all this stuff, but we want to get going. It's late. All right, you guys are fine with that, right? Weight and balance check. Yes, that's fine. Passenger brief. Guys, are you ready? Okay, we're ready. Doors are closed and locked. Again, another thing about this bird is, of course, you can open and close the doors and close them back up. Latch it. By the way, don't try to open those in flight. I've had a bad experience with that with another aircraft, of course. Master switch on. Avionics master on, of course. Parking brake is already set. Fuel selector is already on. That's already pushed in. Emergency. That emergency, by the way, is this right here. That's at normal. And then what I love is like the propeller control. So power level is idle, so we can see that. You can see on the Bravo quadrant. And the other thing I like too is like these detents. That's the word I'm looking for. The detents on the Bravo, you can't probably see that because it's kind of dark, but it's got these detents here where you can pull this back. So just watch the lever right here, right, for doing the propeller control, and then watch my Bravo quadrant right here. So what's kind of nice is like if I do this right, oops, wrong one. If I do this, goes forward and back, right? Okay, so now we need to put this in feather mode. So if you map your controls right, you can put to that detent, push up, and you got to do it kind of quicker than that. And now notice it goes to that feather position. So it's kind of nice. And then to back, to detent, and then forward, back, detent, and feather. I love that. It also works that way for the propeller reverse and the thrust reversers when you're flying A320s, Boeings, what have you. So we got that set. So we can now say tick. Fuel condition lever is at cutoff, which it is. This right here, that's at cutoff. So we're good to go there. Flaps are at 0. Circuit breakers all pushed in. Cabin heat. I'm not going to go through all that right now. So let's go through starting this engine. So time to start it on. So we've got the beacon. By the way, the Alpha flight control switches do work on this thing, which is kind of nice because not all of them, not all aircraft do, unfortunately. Normal, clear. Got to clear the area. Auxiliary pump on. So that's this guy right here. This is a rocker switch. So you can use your scroll wheel and your mouse to do that. So that's on. Let's see, what is it supposed to be on? It's supposed to be on. Okay, so we'll go on. You can hear that, right? So that's on. Tick item, ignition switch, and because we got to do engine start and fuel induction, introduction. So ignition switch we want on for low motor. So we go over here, ignition, ignition switch on. Okay, so now we're going to see this is going to start spinning once we start going low. So we're going to rocker switch that down. Now you're going to see this start turning. Starter's on. NG should be accelerating. We want to get that NG to like 52%, so we're going to go over here and look at NG. So once we get want to induce the the fuel, and now we're looking for 52%. I've got ahead of myself, guys. I apologize. So you're actually looking for 52 here to be turning off the starter and the ignition again. So now we're at 54, so we can go back down here, and which is the first one, starter off. So that one's off. Now we'll go ahead and turn the ignition off, and then of course we want to do the prop lever to full. So again, we're going to go down and then full. Here we go. Instrument check. Engines, they all look good. Green all the way. Now we can go ahead and turn our auxiliary pump to standby. There we go. You guys hear that all right? Now we're going to go ahead and do generator, all that good stuff. Lights, I'm going to go ahead and turn on my nav light and my taxi light. So those should all be set and ready to go. And avionics set. So of course we got to program our wonderful GPS. And this is what I love about this GPS. You can just click on flight plan, click our button here, rock down to this, and I love this, guys. You click that little button right, you guys seen this. Some of you are here, and welcome, by the way, welcome to the stream. Thank you, guys. We got 19 of you. Appreciate you. Thank you for joining. So what I love about this thing, and this is actually available on multiple aircraft, but you can use your keyboard, so you can type in KSAN, and you don't have to tank with like getting the dial perfect. We're gonna be taking off, guys, from runway 27. So we're going to enter 27 there, enter. And the next thing we're going to rock on down to Electric Avenue, and then we'll take it higher. Oh, sorry. Sorry, guys. And then we're going to go down here, and we're going to dial this, and we're going to do the same thing. Click on the little guy there, and we're going to, so we're going, where are we going, guys? KSBA. Oh, yeah, I can put the route back on below. There you go. KSBA. And we're going to hit enter. And so there we go. And then, of course, we got once. We'll probably do a touch and go, guys, more than likely. There we go. So go down en route, and we're going to go to Burbank. So on our way, we're going to go to KBUR, KBUR. ICAO code for that. And there we go. And now we can see our full flight plan or flight route there, which is nice. So once you get done with that, just hit flight plan, and you can see it already, you know, you can, you know, scroll out if you want and see if that looks right, but we could already see it in our flight plan mode, which is kind of nice. So guys, that's all there is to it. It actually automatically sets everything. So as you notice down here, we've got GPS right here, and we've got our desired track. And it actually, what I love about this is it already sets it to 315, as you can see here. So it's so damn easy. It's just not even funny, guys. So we're set on our avionics, and we're pretty much ready to go. Ready to taxi, brakes test, flight instruments check. So I'm just going to skip over that to our before takeoff. Pretty sure this is all good too, but we're gonna go ahead and taxi, guys. So let's go ahead and taxi on over. You guys are probably already waiting over there. Here's Tipbird. All right, guys. How's that sound on the aircraft, guys? Does it sound all right? I'm gonna run these guys over. We do have track IR tonight, as usual. We're just gonna mosey on our way over to runway 27. Go ahead and turn off that route information. We don't need that. And notice, whoever's in front of me, notice they're up a little bit. Oh, of course, I've got the payware version. Whoever that is in front of me doesn't. And so they're just going to be a little bit above the ground because the elevation data for, obviously, with LatinVFR's payware scenery is a little bit different than the default scenery for whoever that is in front of me. And I can find out pretty quick here. Who is that in front of me? That would be Tipbird. Tipbird's in front of me. Tipbird, how the heck are you, my friend? And I'm just going to go ahead and taxi on over to 27. Guys, I am really waiting for the moment that I stop having this stupid tickle and cough. My father-in-law said it took a month after he got over COVID for the dry cough to go away. And I've got like this wheezing sound, like I'm the what is the character on Toy Story? There's that character that wheezes. I sound like that when I cough. It's just horrible. I've got a retreat for work tomorrow, and it's just like I'm gonna do it remote. My boss said it was fine. He's like, I don't want to like distract from everybody, and I don't want everybody to think at the retreat I'm gonna get everybody sick. So I get to work remote tomorrow for this retreat thing, and then I can mute myself and hack away, cough all I want. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead as usual. I'm just gonna be right here behind all of you. I'm gonna go ahead and put on the parking brake so we can go ahead and run through the checklist and get started. I am going to, well, I want to do a little flyby here with all you guys in sitting out there, giving you kudos, giving your due credit for joining tonight. So let's go back to the checklist and just make sure everything's good. Everything should be. Flight instruments, fuel selectors on. It's all the same kind of stuff, but as you know, with checklists, you're just double checking and triple checking things to make sure that everything is good to go, right? Enunciators, strobe. Yeah, see, there you go. I didn't have my strobe on, so you strobe and landing light. Prop is at max. Of course, we want to do the condition lever at high idle. And then takeoff, we could do flap 0 or 20. I'm just going to go 0 degrees. The elevator is already set. The power set for takeoff. And rotation is going to be at 60 to 65, so I want to keep that in mind. It's 60, 65, and I think it does show up on the PFD, which is nice. And then climbing out at 85 to 95, so I'm going to target 90 knots. And I'm going to go ahead and do a quick flyby like I promised. And once we do that, we'll be good to go. I'm going to go to my Stream Deck and grab some screenshots because it's so nice now that I have a single button that I get. I know I brag about that a little bit, but I'm kind of excited about it. So we got Joseph and Flame 2 High and Old Golfer 67 and McClyde and Tipbird, guys. Wonderful. Good to see you guys. So beautiful. Do we have anyone else kind of hanging around out there? I don't think so. So it looks like it's just us guys tonight, which is awesome. And so with that being said, and I'm going to get one more screenshot because I like to turn off the nameplates because I use these for thumbnails and things like that. So I'm going to go ahead, turn that off, apply and save. And we'll hit go back and resume. Get one more shot of that. I'm gonna do just one real quick close up and we'll get the heck out of here, okay guys? Right about here, get like almost a full frame about right there. And guys, I am ready to go if you are. You guys ready? Should we do this? All right. Who is in front? I forget. I can go back to my screenshot and find that out, right? Let's see. It looks like Tipbird or McClyde. One of you guys want to start us off? Rock on, buddy. Or should I say buddies? Let's do this. I'll let you guys start, and I'll start rolling as soon as I see you guys start rolling. That'll give me a chance to take a little drinky break. Cheers, SimFans. Cheers. All right. Tipbird and McClyde are rolling. Rest of us are rolling. Enable the track IR here. Let's do this, SimFans. Woo! We got a DHC6 going. I'm gonna go right through whoever that was. Oh, geez, we got more. Where did you guys all come from? All of a sudden, got all of you guys out here. All right, 65. Holy mackerel. And this bird, and Don, I think you have the Kodiak, right? Somebody has it and was talking about like how just like nimble it is, and it's very, very touchy. So yeah, you gotta kind of be careful with that. Now, to start off with, by the way, I didn't mention this. We're going to go up to 6,500 feet. Now, I'm going to go to my Bravo throttle quadrant, and I'm just going to go to altitude. And I'm going to go ahead and use the dial, as you can see I'm doing here. Just pull that up to 6,500. And hopefully not crash into something while I'm doing it. Obviously, in real life, guys, you would not be doing this right now. I would have set that before we took off. Now, let's see. How's that traffic looking? See, look at the traffic down there. Quite a bit of traffic. Let's go on the outside so we can kind of... I'm going to turn this off so I can kind of spin around. Check this out. So, how's our traffic looking? So, you know, I mean, like, you get to this height, and it doesn't matter anyway. So, I can't say I would endorse this. I mean, it's kind of cool that LatinVFR is really typically has been into the scenery, you know, the payware scenery. And I do like the fact, oh, that looks pretty cool. You know, especially when you have the colors. So far, and I haven't had a lot of time to play with it, but that looks pretty cool. But I wish there was more variety. And you know, hopefully they will add variety as the product, you know, develops and ages a little bit, maybe matures. Maybe it's a limitation within the flight simulator. I don't know, because they might have particular objects that they do those basically skins for that traffic. But that is pretty cool. Aviation Spotter, how are you doing, Aviation? Good to see you, my friend. Thanks for joining tonight. We're just checking out some the global vehicle traffic by, oops, I need to get my course line, from LatinVFR. And I'll let you guys be the judges, all right? I'm going to let you guys be the judges. Is it worth it or not? But like, let me look at that. Now, true, I've got it set at 100. Now, I'm going to make a claim that I haven't confirmed yet, guys. Before I installed it, I did 50, you know. Give me a moment. Freaking cough. So, I tried it at 50 and 100 before I installed the software, and I want to say that by installing the software, it did seem like I had denser vehicle traffic, but I think that might just be making that up, or maybe what happened as we saw at the beginning of the stream is it just hadn't fully loaded it when I set it to 100. I didn't give it enough time. So I'm going to probably go with that as opposed to this actually adds more density, because that doesn't make a lot of sense. Because this should just change the skins. So I'm going to say that it doesn't really add density. That's your slider. That's like a fundamental thing within Flight Simulator, I think. And so, but the thing I think is cool is it does add a little bit of variety. But again, I don't know if it's worth it. Unless you're doing a lot of VFR low flying, then maybe it is. But hey, you know what? You guys maybe some of you came to see it. I honestly need more time with it. I bought it yesterday. I checked it out a little bit yesterday, and now I'm checking it out almost essentially like the first time with you guys, with the exception of like loading it up and checking out a little bit last night after I bought it. So the jury is still out if I would give it the Sim Fanatic endorsement, or what I would give it for a rating. I can't give that yet, but I might drop a video out there and do a review of it after I have some more time with it. Again, we're going to go ahead and fly up to 6,500 feet. And probably could go ahead and pull some of the RPMs out. So we get in the green, probably like down to like 1640, somewhere like that. And we'll go ahead and turn on the autopilot. So first I want to do nav mode, and then you can see that lights up there. Can you guys see that in the Bravo cam? It's kind of, I love the fact that these LEDs, by the way, if you have problems with the LED lights functioning, especially with upgrades, guys, especially after upgrades, I get a lot of questions on this. My LEDs no longer work for my Bravo quadrant, and a lot of times what you think is you like, look, because it does put a AFC_bridge folder in your community folder, and most of us are used to anything that we buy that's third party that isn't installed through the marketplace, of course, through Microsoft Flight Simulator Marketplace. If we buy it, and it's not available yet, by the way, this ground vehicle, the global vehicle traffic is not available yet in the marketplace. I suspect it will at some point. But when you go and you buy them from the vendor and you download it, you know, it always goes in this community folder, but be careful with the Bravo quadrant, because it not only goes, it creates that AFC bridge folder in your community folder, it also installs a bunch of files in your Windows user profile. So that's something to be aware of, because I know that's happened to several of you after Microsoft Flight Simulator does a major upgrade, and then you go and look, you're like, oh shit, my indicator lights are no longer working on my Bravo, and you just need to reinstall it, just over top. You don't have to uninstall the previous, you just reinstall it over top. It'll put those files where they need to be, and you should be golden and back in action. So just a good tip. The other thing I want to say about this particular payware or add-on for the traffic, let me just make sure we're still climbing. So I'm going to hit vertical speed. So now you'll see vertical speed. Now let's switch this dial to vertical speed. We're going to go over here and look at our left PFD, and I'm just going to use this, and you can see my vertical speed. That's going to be right here. So I'm set at 900. So I'm going to go ahead. What did it say? Climb out at 85, I think. So we've got plenty of room to keep climbing out. So we'll go ahead and do 1,400 feet per minute, and that's going to level off once we get to that level. But anyway, so a lot of these developers and companies are doing this. They have a utility that you buy the software, and that's what I did with this LatinVFR global vehicle traffic. You buy the software, but you're used to like getting it and then downloading it and just putting it in your community folder. That's not how the global vehicle traffic works. You get a installer. It's called Contrail, and they have various products. It's kind of like, think of like Orbx Direct. So but it has like a bunch of third-party software vendors to it, and some of you that have the Aerosoft DHC6, I saw one of you flying tonight. So you're familiar with this concept. Aerosoft has it, a utility where you can buy multiple different products and update them through a installer utility. That's the same thing for this. It's called Contrail, and you have to. So when you purchase it, you got to install a Contrail installer. So you don't just download the global vehicle traffic. You do the installer, and then you basically type in your username and password for LatinVFR. It verifies that you have the purchase, and then it drops it in your community folder. So it's another utility you have to install. I don't really like that, to be honest. I get why they're doing it, because they can get the verification that the software has been purchased and run through that, and then you have everything together, which is kind of nice. Like in Marketplace, it's like if you ever you're unfortunate and have to reinstall Microsoft Flight Simulator, or like me, you get a new computer and you build, you got to install it again. It's kind of nice to have everything together. So you just hit go basically and installs everything. That's nice, but I don't necessarily myself like a bunch of different basically install managers, I guess, what you would call them, to manage that. I don't know. Maybe I'm just picky. I'm kind of old school when it comes to that. I want to know exactly what the hell the things are doing, exactly where it's placing it, what files and what folders. I am in IT, so that's probably just me. I'm just a little anal about that. I like to know what's happening with my system exactly. I think some of you could probably relate with that. Oh, aviation's been there since the beginning. I've just been in the background. Of course you have. Aviation just kind of spying on us, making sure that we're doing okay, right? That's great, man. Thank you for joining once again. So now we're at 6,500 feet, and can just cruise on out of here. I was gonna just go along the coastline, to be honest, but you've seen it. I mean, you've seen the global trend. We'll get another peek at it when we get over to the Orbx scenery for Burbank. So again, Bob Hope. Is it still called Bob Hope? I think it's still called Bob Hope, right? because there's multiple names. It's like called Burbank Hollywood, but it's also Bob Hope Airport. You know, like McCarran International, just they changed their name not that long ago. Can't think of what it is now, but that's Las Vegas. So anyway, but we'll get a chance to see the aircraft as we fly in there. And so now that we're at altitude, guys, I'm going to go ahead and turn off the Bravo camera. Aces, if you would, or Aviation, remind me to turn that back on when we're on approach. And this won't be a very long leg here, guys. Let's take a look. 29.5 minutes. So obviously not a huge leg. So just zoom out to where we're, and there's all your mountains. And I love the terrain stuff for the terrain awareness that comes with the Garmin as well. So I'm a real world pilot. I'm not current, but I have a Garmin, and it's a monochrome display. Yeah, so it's basically green and black, or you know, sometimes they're gold and black, but mine's green and black. And when I'm flying with it, it just hooks right onto my yoke. So if I'm flying a Cessna 172 or a 152, or I'm in the Piper Warrior, I just attach it to my yoke, and it's great, and it works. You know, it's anything that you attach like that that's a portable device by regulations, by FAA regulations, you can't use it for instrument approaches. It's got to be actually mounted in the aircraft to actually use it for instrument approaches. So it's not rated to do instrument approaches. But I think to myself, like, okay, you want to know pilotage and you want to know how to read a sectional chart, and you have to go through that during the training. So because the stuff does fail, so you have that backup to rely on, and you're familiar with it. But my gosh, is it nice. But to have something like this, Aces, are you with me? I mean, rest of you guys that do fly for real or even fly simming, I mean, how nice is it to have the Garmin? I mean, talk about situational awareness, like improving situational awareness is just wonderful. I mean, like, don't have to do the old VORs. I mean, you need to know how to do that for instrument approaches too. But like, you know, the good old days with the NDB and the VOR, or the inertia stuff for the airlines way back in the day, they still have the inertia stuff too, backups. But wow, I mean, talk about GPS, and then what is it, WAAS, where, you know, you have all the satellites. And so, you know, you think about what was the flight, guys, that we were never able to find. It was like an Asian flight or something like that, and it went down in the Atlantic Ocean, I believe, or somewhere. Maybe it wasn't the Atlantic Ocean, I can't remember, but it went down, and still can't find that aircraft. Never found the aircraft. It just disappeared. No idea where it is. No idea where it went down, anything like that. Well, now with the, I think it's Wide Area Augmentation System, if my memory serves me correctly, but now it's got, you know, with all the global satellites and everything, enough coverage around the world, you know, it's going to be to the point where it's like any aircraft that has any problem goes down anywhere. Sorry, guys. Damn. We're going to know exactly where that aircraft went down. And furthermore, it won't be just the main airlines, right? It's going to be even our small general aviation aircraft. I mean, it's already installed in some of those. And so that's just going to add the amount of safety and recovery. MH370, thank you, Aviation and Aces. That's right, MH370. So, you know, with this technology, guys, it's like, boy, I mean, it's just like flying is getting safer and safer. And to those that are afraid of flying and they still are out there, you look at the track. I mean, if you think about how many people every day fly, literally thousands and thousands of aircraft flying all over the world every day, and in terms of like airliners, and hundreds of thousands of passengers. And you think, when you hear of one aircraft crashing, you hear about it. Doesn't matter where it is. It could be halfway across the globe, and you will hear about it. And so the safety of our aviation industry right now, yeah, there's exceptions, but the safety with it now is just impeccable. It's far better than, as you guys know, I'm preaching to the choir, right? I'm preaching to the choir. Time to get some tunes on up in here. Aces, I'll see if I can't turn, I did turn it down a little bit. Let me know how that is. And how's the engine sound? Is it going okay? It's time for me to start reading chat better, guys. So let me get caught up in chat with all of you. Again, thank you guys so much. Wow, you guys have been smashing up that thumbs up button. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Sage Texas says Indian Ocean. That's where that's where it was. That makes sense. Thanks, Sage. Good, Sage. Good to see you, man. And all of you, obviously. Chris Evans, I'm ready to get my license and get into the air. Ah, that's awesome, Chris. We're gonna have to talk more in Call of Duty about that, right? Or talk here, even better yet. Or maybe the fly-in, the next fly-in, talk a little bit about that. How's that? It must be going good. Ready to get my license and get into the air. Or are you actually training? I can't remember, Chris. I can't remember if you said or are you just saying in general you're ready to get your license and get into the air? Maybe that's what you're saying. Somebody out there that follows is going through training. Turn it down? Okay. We can do that. Let me know what that is, Aces. Yeah, so Don C. Is it a touch and go at KBUR or BioBreak? It'll be a BioBreak, I think. And the only reason for that is because I talked quite a bit highlighting the add-on from LatinVFR for the traffic. So definitely we'll plan on a break there, a BioBreak there, Don C. So we'll get a chance to refill and get a little breather there, Don. Starship, I'm ready for Toga. Starship, how you doing, man? Thanks for joining us. It's good to have you, Starship. I know you tried to get on the stream Saturday, I think, and maybe another time and couldn't make it, but glad to see you here tonight. Tommy Hughes, Tommy! Oh, Tommy, I hope you're still here, buddy. How's it going, Tommy Hughes? I'm just getting caught up. Lucio's in here in another live stream. Lucio, thank you so much for joining. Welcome back, Lucio. Good to have you. Hopefully you're still here. Alan Cleveland! Alan, how's it going? I know you're here because you're Tip Bird. Alan, but good to see you. John Franco, even. Sorry I can't stay too long. Must get some rest for tomorrow. Big day for me. Damn it, I miss John. Well, John, hopefully you watch this tomorrow and get caught up and see that I acknowledge that I noticed you are here and that you dropped in. Appreciate you, John. Did Frank Rose leave? And Rojo, of course. Always good to see Rojo in here. Chris says, in general. Okay. I couldn't remember, Chris, if you were actually in training and you were working on your private license or what it was. But no, man. Do it. Do it. I mean, it is a lot of work. It's a lot of money. But I'll tell you what, it's going to be one of those things. If you're into aviation, it is so rewarding. And when you get past that check ride, you know, get through the nerves of the check ride, and you get through it, and you get your certificate signed, your PPL signed. There is that's one of the greatest feelings I've ever had in my life, outside of course, being married and having kids. But I'll say, I mean, it's right up there, right up there. So, Chris, all I can say is, if you do want to take the plunge and get your PPL, talk to us, man, because I can give you all kinds of pointers. I know Aces could give you all kinds of pointers. There's a lot of people in here that could give you some recommendations. First thing I would say, and I know I've said this before, but it's been a while, do some discovery flights, dude. And you don't even have to make a decision like, I want to start working on my PPL. PPL, by the way, is private pilot's license. I'm sure most of you know that. But you might say, well, you know, I kind of want to just see if this is the right thing for me. I would highly recommend doing what's called discovery flights. You can go to any of your fixed base operators all over, you know, find your local airport. There's an FBO there. You should be able to figure out if they have an introductory flight, if they do private pilot training, and do an introductory flight. I don't know what they cost now, but you can. I mean, it used to be when I got my license, it was like only like maybe $60. And I'll tell you what, for 60, and here's the other tip I'd give you. Not only to find out if you want to get your PPL, just to confirm, you know, this is something I want to do, because if you've never flown in a small general aviation aircraft like a Piper Warrior or an Arrow or a Cessna 152 or 172, the first time you jump into it, like, it's kind of like this. You feel like your chin is pressed up against the dashboard and the windshield. I mean, it's like everything's right there in front of you. It's a whole different experience. We got somebody off to the left here. That's cool. But the other thing I was going to mention, Chris, is definitely do multiple introductory flights and try out different instructors. not every instructor is going to mesh with every student. So I always recommend shopping around and find that instructor that you're comfortable with, because that's going to be very important. I mean, obviously you want an instructor that's, you know, competent and it will work well with you, but you want to make sure that you get somebody that you can work with. And I can tell you about some experiences I had. I did several introductory flights, and I had one that I went with. I was like, oh, this is a brand new Cessna 182 with the glass cockpit. Oh, I was stoked. It was like right down in Des Moines, so it wasn't a far drive for me. It was only like a 45-minute drive for me, and I was stoked. It was, I think, like 2 years old, and I was like, this is awesome. And I got with this instructor, and I'm like, we'll be able to do air traffic control because it's a Class C airspace airport. It's a C-182. It's got the glass cockpit. I was like, stoked. I get with this instructor guy. I picked him up from his house, which was fine. That was outside of Des Moines, but there was like another 20-minute drive, 25-minute drive. And then we got to the airport, and then he didn't let me do anything. He didn't let me touch anything. Like, now, when I got into aviation, I was a kid, and I went flying with my uncle, lived in Frankfort, Illinois, like kind of almost a suburb of Chicago. And I'd go flying with him, stick and rudder, and that was with, he had an Aeronautica Champ, and did a lot of flying with him. And so he let me fly when I was like a kid. And I get in with this guy, and he was, and by the way, hats off to military folks. I'm just going to say that to start with. I have utmost respect for military folks. He was a Marine. You're never an ex-Marine. When you're a Marine, you're always a Marine. But he was very strict, which for some people that would be very good. For me, it wasn't, because he made me nervous. And he also wouldn't let me touch anything. Like, when we got out of Des Moines, then he's like, okay, go ahead and just try to hold it. I mean, he did let me touch something, the yoke, and keep it as straight, level, and the wings, you know, level for about 1 minute. Didn't let me do a turn, left or right, nothing. He just let me hold the. He was really uptight. He was very nervous, and I think he was probably relatively new to instructing, and so. And not everybody's gonna be like that. There are other, you know, and I don't know if that was his military background, just being strict, or, you know, I know there's other military people out there that he's super easygoing. So again, the point being, regardless of their background and their personalities, there's a lot of things that mesh with other personalities, that being you. And so when you do go and want to make that plunge, Chris, I just recommend shopping around. I'm sorry if I got too windy on that, but yeah. Jay, how's it going, man? What's up, bro? I'm back, Jay says. Jay, welcome back to the stream. Good to have you, Jay. Thank you for joining us this late night on a Thursday night. Guys, we're almost there. We're almost to the weekend, right? We're still talking about the that aircraft that went down. Yeah, how sad is that, though? My gosh. Yeah, sure, just the yoke. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, sure, got it. Nice. Chris, absolutely, man. Glad, that's what I'm here for, man. But yeah, I mean, pick my brain, pick Ace's brain. There's all kinds of real pilots in our channel as well, which I think is the coolest thing. We have the full spectrum. Real pilots. John Franco, you saw him in here. He works for Air Canada on the ramp. I don't know if he's a pilot though. Aces is John, and maybe, or Frank Rose. I said John Franco. Excuse me, Frank Rose. But yeah, pick our brains all you want, Chris. That would be the other thing I'd say, is like, just pick pilots' brains. The best thing you could do. There's books out there too to take a look at. Yeah, as Don says. No, Don was responding to Sweet. Who's Sweet? I must have missed somebody. Anyway, guys, again, thanks for joining tonight for Thursday night late stream. This won't be a very long one, so that's the good news. I know we're at 10:34, Central Standard Time, Aces, and several of you are out there, including Aviation, 11:34 where you're at on Eastern Time. Well, I got to start thinking about descending here. So this airport, let me go back to my notes. Let's see, what do we got here? So Burbank, which is Bob Hope Airport, elevation is 700 feet approximately. So we got to descend to 1,700. I'm just going to call it 1,500 for just rounding it. So we got to lose 5,000 feet, and if we drop 1,000 feet per minute, that's 5 minutes out. I like to add an extra minute onto that, so geez, 6 minutes, we'll start our descent. We got plenty of time. Tommy Hughes says Franco was at Fort Hood. Nice. Tommy, it's good to see you, man. I'm glad you're still here. I was hoping I didn't miss you. Runway 33778. Is that the guess that'd be another good thing to do. We could call tower because there's actually a tower and find out what runway they actually want us to land on, but we can also check and see what runway is currently active, I guess. We'll call ATC though, guys. Might as well use what's built into this simulator, right? I'm still gonna check Sky Vector though and just get an idea. So winds at Burbank right now. Pardon me. Still got this cold something going on. Drives me crazy. This should be current. Looks like we're at 300 at 3 knots, 10 statute miles, clear, visibility 11 Celsius, dew point -7 Celsius, altimeter 3019. Shit, you know what? I forgot to set my altimeter, guys. Ooh, that was a big error. So got to descend about 300 feet. Oops. So yes, Don, it does look like we will be flying runway 33. Runway 33. So what I like to do, or not Don, Old Golfer, I'm sorry. Old Golfer put that in, I'm sorry. Old Golfer, runway 33, you're right. So I'm gonna go ahead and, so on the Bravo camera, I love about this thing is you switch over to heading mode, so you got this kind of hard to see. I'm actually thinking about adjusting that Bravo camera to be closer, so it's a higher resolution, because I actually have it cropped, so that's why it's a little blurry. So it's just then I can have room when I'm because I've got a computer over to my right, and so that's kind of nice that I can. So if you look at this, I've got these monitors, and so you can see the camera by my chair there, and you can see the gooseneck right there to that far right monitor. And so I need to move that closer to be right in front of the Bravo camera, and then that way I can get a better picture on that. But anyway, I can set this, and then what I like to do is do heading, and then just go ahead and get my heading bug to runway 33. This is damn near going to be a straight-in approach then, guys. I mean, for all intents and purposes, it is going to be a straight in. This will be an easy one to go into. Old Golfer says, wind 330 at 3 knots. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Tommy Hughes. Yeah. Symphonic guys replying to Chrissy. I know. I go back and forth, guys. You just noticed me say Tommy Hughes, and I meant to say John Franco. I saw Tommy Hughes and John Franco, but John, good to see you still in here, buddy. Good to see you in here, man. Glad you're still with us. Appreciate you joining us tonight. Crazy times, crazy days, indeed, in the world, friends. John, you're in the military. Yeah, it's Let's hope that cooler heads prevail. Probably can leave it at that, right? We haven't been outside here. We need to go outside and take a look-see, guys. So you notice this aircraft, you can definitely tell it's a little shorter. And I think that's where, you know, we don't have the payload like we do the Cessna 208. Somebody right back there. I gotta get a little screenshot of that. Boom! Got it. Of course, I wait to post these guys in Discord until after the stream. Did I lose everybody else? I think I might have lost everybody else. I only have one of you with me? Everybody else, like, either ahead or behind. Where did everybody go? Where did who go? Who can guess what that movie reference? Speaking of movies, got about 3 minutes, aces, and gotta start our descent. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and start getting the altitude set. What do we say? 1700, I think, right? Yeah, 778. We'll go 1800. That's the elevation of that runway. So 1800. What's going on? There we go. It's old golfer behind me. Awesome, old golfer. Awesome, my friend. How's again? Aces, you probably told me. Oh, Ed Sweet was a typo. Okay. Low Tech says, what secret lab chair cover did you get? Cloth or pleather? Great question, Low Tech. I've got the leather. So the faux leather. I do like the chair. I do. I do have a video where that video actually ended up getting more hits than I thought it would. It's kind of, I give a tip on it, how to reduce some of the rocking. That was the thing that drove me flipping bonkers. As expensive as these chairs are, it is a solid chair, don't get me wrong, but it had a little bit of a give to it. It was driving me crazy. So there's like a little bit of a rock to it that was driving me nuts. I got that fixed, and I had a video on it on how to tighten that up and get that to not be as bad. But I really like it, but it's the thing about it, and I mentioned this before, it's not super plush. It's really not super plush. I mean, like, my ass is already sore a little bit on it, and I just don't get, for as expensive of a chair as it is. Now, maybe for some of you, that's what you want. The one thing I do like about it, like as opposed to my other racing chair or gaming chair, is I have the X. I don't remember. I don't think this is even the XL. There's an XL version and then there's a regular version. I have the regular version. But what I like about this chair is it's nice and wide. And so the other chair I had, it was like, I felt so like cramped. I felt like I was getting hugged. Now maybe some people like that, but yeah, yeah, Alan, it is. It's super firm. Exactly. It's very, very firm. I was expecting kind of more of a plush chair. Now, maybe for gaming chairs, for some of you, that's a good thing. I just personally, and that's just a personal preference, I would like it to be a little less firm. A little less firm. Oh, that's Starship behind me. Starship. My apologies, buddy. Oh, yeah, you're in the DHC-6. All right, man. Grab another shot of that Starship. Got it. All right, guys, we're gonna get, it's about time to start descending. So we've got about 35 seconds and we'll just go ahead and start descending about 1,000 feet per minute. That should get us there. My old ass feels it. Alan, I forgot that you have a Secret Labs chair. I do like it, guys. I mean, the thing I love most about it, how many of you love the smell of a new car? Who doesn't love the smell of a new car, right? I mean, everybody loves it. It's like electronics, you know, like or a book that has the glossy pages on it. I mean, those are the things that I think a lot of us love the smell of. But it smelled like a new car. Like when I got it, I'm like, ooh, this smells awesome. It smells like a brand new car. This is fantastic. Time to go vertical speed down to 1,000. We want to decrease our throttle, of course, or don't be like SimFanatic in past streams where I forget to decrease the throttle before doing a descent. Big no-no. Because of course you're going to gain airspeed as we're descending. And probably add a little bit in there. A little bit of throttle. But we're gonna making our descent now into Burbank. Should I call ATC? Let's just see if ATC's got. I mean, I am flying real weather, so let's see what ATC at Burbank would tell us to fly. Three, Bob Hope. Tower, tell us. We do want to do a full stop, guys. So we're going to do a full stop.
November 269er Kilo, Quebec is 15 miles southeast, 5,700 feet with golf to land.
November 269er Kilo, Quebec, Burbank Tower. Altimeter 30.21126 at 10. Fly left base runway at 26.
Yeah, they want us to fly 26. Let's just do 33. I think we're all fine with flying in 33, right? You guys fine with that?
November 269er Kilo, Quebec, Burbank Tower. Altimeter 30.21126 at 10. Big left base runway at 26.
Looks like once we get landed, guys, we can go ahead and taxi. Either if you're doing a short landing before runway intersection 826, you'll want let's exit on Delta. That'd be a left exit off of 33. I'm looking at the airport diagram right now. If you do pass Delta, feel free to go left on Bravo 3 taxiway, and that should get us over to the hangars and complex there. Again, I've got the payware version too, so better acknowledge that. So we're going to act like we're landing on runway 26, but we're just going to go 33. Old Golfer says 33, okay. Low-Tech says, I got the cloth XL. The seat is a bit firm on mine too. Yeah. Do you like the cloth? Low-Tech, you know, that's another one of those things where it's just kind of that personal preference. By the way, guys, be aware, got a little bit of a mound here, and then we'll come over it and be ready for the airport. You can see it just kind of off the distance, and we'll clear that. That's not a problem, but just something to be aware of. Excuse me. That's quite the descent. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and get our landing light on. Landing light's turned on. Let's go ahead and just check since we got some time here. How are we doing on speed? We're doing okay. Take a little more throttle out. Short field climb, cruise, descent. We already set our altimeter, power levers required. We did all those things. Before landing, fuel selector on, fuel shutoff open. Got it. If that wasn't, yeah, that's on high. It's a good thing to check. Normal landing, flaps down. Our airspeed should be 80 to 85. I love this. Touchdown. Main wheels first. If we're trying to touch down on our nose gear, we are obviously doing something wrong. I see several of you back there. Okay, so we're just out ahead. That's the other thing about this aircraft. It is pretty fast. Starship says, I just have a regular office chair. Good enough for me, though. Hey. Holy moly, who the heck was that? We might... what do you guys think? It's cutting it a little close. I think we'll be fine. In real life, I wouldn't quite go this close to the... I might decrease the vertical speed a little bit. Just get our nose up a little bit. Just have a little bit of safety margin here. Because that's pretty close. That's pretty close. Oh my goodness. Leave me alone. I'm sorry I called you ATC.
Cleared to land runway 269er Kilo, Quebec.
You love it. Very comfortable. Awesome. All right, we're at 1800, but again, we're going to continue. I'm going to go ahead and we got some clouds here. Just going to go ahead and turn off the autopilot and zoom in a little bit, but we're going to be coming in straight. We got some clouds, guys. And turn on. Let's go stereo cockpit. Start getting slowed down here. There's our runway. I want to get down to about 1,200, 1,300 feet. We're not going quite straight in, right? We're gonna have to bank a little bit to the right. Right over there. All right, let's go ahead and put in a notch of flaps. The other thing I like about this aircraft, guys, is the sound effect from the flaps being deployed. I think that's pretty sweet. Another notch. Pull that throttle all the way out. We're a little high here. That's some. By the way, you guys check out the little sock, the little General Aviation trim sock they've got. Fancy. Only $20. Better to be high than too low, right, Aces? You can give it a little power. Probably fine though. There we can see our traffic, friends. Got our traffic there. I'm going to go ahead and just to demonstrate, I'm going to go ahead and throw in reversers once we land. Obviously, we wouldn't need to do that for this, but just to kind of show that off in the sound. So I'll shut up for a second. We roll out here. There we go. Okay, the reversers.
Contact ground on 123.9.
That'll just. So I got off of center because I was looking down. There we go. Just like that. All right, friends. Let's go ahead. Taxi light on, landing light off, strobes off, and this should be Bravo 3.
9 Kilo Quebec, did you copy?
For the love, dude. Yes, thank you. See, you didn't even care. Like we we land on runway 33, and like ATC's like, oh, you must have landed on 26. We're good. Oh well. Let me see if I can get parked, guys, before you land, and then I can highlight you guys. I always like to do that if I have time, to get the nameplates on, and then I guess I can take those flaps out. I want to see about getting you guys. I'm probably just going to let this bird keep running, but let me get this parked here. Good to go, and let me switch over to the drone view, and let's throw some music back on, guys, and watch you all come in. Let me get the nameplates on quick. Still need a button to do the nameplates. So I can just hit a button and be good. Low tech, there's low tech. Tip bird. I think we got tip bird coming in right now, guys. Here comes Tipbird. Tipbird. Look at Tipbird. Look at that traffic. Woo! Oh! Landed on the threshold displacement. Now that gives new definition to like using the entire field. Nice job. Nice job, Tipbird. Good job, buddy. Let's see, who else is coming in now? Who else can we highlight? Low Tech 420. Low Tech, are you ready to come in and do the challenge? Let's see if Low Tech can hit 3-3. Low Tech, we're gonna see if you can hit. Well, Joseph is coming in. Joseph, let's see if you can hit 3-3. Low Tech's doing a fly. Well, I don't know. Well, no, he's coming in. I might have to get both of you guys. There we go. Look at that! Ah! Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Nice job, Joseph. Silver killer back there with the little golfer. How far are you guys back here? Well, while you guys are coming in, let's check out the traffic, because that's what some of you came here. How do you pronounce that? Merzik? Merzik, is that right? I love how they disappear. Phantom trucks. We got our short trucks, short box trucks. That's all new. We got our pickup trucks. We got our cars. I don't know. Maybe it's worth it, maybe it's not. You guys put in chat what what you think. I'd like to see your thoughts. Do you think you would buy this for $9? It's $9. Here comes old golfer. Oh, it's a killer! Woo! Shoot, I need to get a screenshot of that. One button, I can do it. I got you guys. Oh, that's pretty cool. Wow, nice formation landing there, guys. Beautiful. That's a gush on each other. Woo-hoo-hoo. All right, guys. Beautiful, beautiful job. All right, guys. Well, we're going to take a 5-minute break. Everybody, thanks so much for joining. If you haven't already, smash that thumbs up button. Do appreciate it. We're going to take a 5-minute break, and then we'll be back. We only have a short jump over to Santa Barbara. I think it's a short jump. It might be about the same, maybe about a 30-minute flight, but not long. I think it's about 30, give or take. Guys, I will be right back with you. Thank you for joining the Blue Skies, and we've got more to go, so stick around. Be right back. Kind of like in this groove. Groovy. Groovy, groovy. Well, Sim fans, what do you think? Time for another leg of a flight. Silver killer. All right, guys. Let's see here. Low Tech 420 and Sage say blue skies. Blue skies, guys. Tommy Hughes sneaking out says blue skies all. Tommy Hughes, definitely blue skies, man. Appreciate you joining, Tommy Hughes. As always, thank you so much, sir. Appreciate you joining. I know, right? Right, Ellen? Yeah, you guys get me. That's what I love about you guys. You get me. You get me. You guys just get me. Welcome back, Sim fans. Or I should say, welcome back, Sim Fanatic. You guys have been here probably all along. I'm the one that took off on you. Welcome back, Sim Fanatic. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Sim Fanatic. Every once in a while, I gotta talk to myself, too. I do that a lot, actually. You guys ever do that when you're thinking about stuff? You talk to yourself? I do. I don't know. My wife will say, were you just talking to yourself? I'm like, yeah, I was thinking about stuff. I don't know why, it just sometimes helps me think. Oh, maybe it's just me. Kind of a weird quirk thing. Guys, thanks for sticking around. I appreciate that so much. Let's go ahead and jump back in and get started. Let's check our fuel. Make sure we have enough fuel, of course, for this next leg, and we should. I don't think that should be a problem. Oh yeah, plenty of fuel. I don't think we need to fuel up. Alcohol? Yes, Jay. I had to refill, my friend. Had to refill the beverage. Orange whip, if you will. Orange whip. Orange whip. 3 orange whips. Who knows that movie reference? By the way, guys, that reminds me, because you guys know that I'm kind of a movie buff. I love movies. Love movies. I can't tell you how many. I mean, not like a lot, but I've done a lot of custom home theaters. I don't know if I've ever talked about that. Aces, have I ever talked about that? I've actually installed multiple home theaters, mainly for family and friends, and that myself, of course. But big time movie buff. Aces, you saw my home theater in a picture. Definitely a big fan of that. But anyway, I brought up the idea and the concept of 3 orange whips. That's right, Sage. Answer, no, dear. I was talking to the computer. I'll remember that, Aces. Oh, shoot. Sorry. Blues Brothers. There you go, Sage. You got it, man. But I mentioned movie night with Sim Fanatic, and I got a bunch of thumbs up from you guys. And so Plex, I have Plex Media Server. I've got a ton of movies. I've already got one kind of in mind. One that pertains to the channel, of course, right? You got to have a theme. But I'm thinking about doing a Sim Fanatic. Ace has got it too. Good job, guys. Blues Brothers, indeed. But I'm gonna have movie night with Sim Fanatic and with all of you Sim fans at some point. But you can do this thing that you can share a movie, and we can all watch it together. And I got a static IP address, which I think has actually helped. It definitely has helped with Plex. I had to set up some port forwarding to make it work, but it sucked because after I got MetroNet, and some of you guys, if you ever have something where it's like, why is my Plex server not going above 320p? Well, this is why. If you have an internet service provider that does something that's called double NAT, or network address translation, so think of it like you have a router, it gets an IP from your ISP, and then it divvy out IP to your phone, it divvy out for Wi-Fi to your computers or multiple computers, your Xbox, your PlayStation, all those things. That's natting. Well, the problem is like with MetroNet, they are actually natting the, basically, a lack of a better term, it's basically a modem modulator, and it converts the fiber optic signal to something that my router can pick up and receive the signal on. So it's double natted, and if you're double natted with Plex, it don't work right. It only does 320p. Drove me crazy. So I got a static IP. It cost me $10 a month, but it's helped me with the stream because I'm back. I don't know if you guys noticed this. Have you noticed this? Aces, did you notice this? I'm back at 1440p as opposed to 1080p, and I'm doing just fine. So that helped with the static IP, but then I also can get high definition. So now I can do 1080, I can do 2K, I can do 4K now. And so I had to have that fixed before we do movie night. It's fixed. I've got it fixed. I got stack IP. So I got to figure out what will work with you guys to do a movie night for those of you that would want to do a movie night. And what I'm picturing is we have a Discord channel already on our Discord server. We jump into Discord and we just shoot the shit. We have a drink, maybe some popcorn. We watch a movie, have a lot of laughs, talk about whatever. I think it'll be a lot of fun. I'm not sure exactly when. Probably it'll be a Saturday. But guys, let me know if you have any ideas on movies. I've got some that would pertain to flying. A lot of flying movies. Let me know what you think. I'm kind of on the comedy thing, but it doesn't have to be a comedy. So put it in chat if you have some suggestions. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get started. We might as well go ahead and take off from the same runway that we landed on, so runway 33, right? So let's go ahead and start taxiing on over for takeoff. If you guys are ready. Track IR enabled, starting to roll. How you guys doing? Love it. We could probably do an intersection. I almost said intersects. What the heck is wrong with me? We could do an intersection takeoff. Because, you know, we can do that, right? We have plenty of runway still. My God, this thing has power. Should we try a short field takeoff, or should we use the whole runway? I mean, normally we would do the whole runway. So let's, I'll get back to you on that, low tech. Yeah. Let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and turn on my landing lights, strobe lights, turn the taxi light off. I'm going to go ahead and add a notch of flaps because we're going to do short field takeoff. You guys know what a short field takeoff is, I'm sure. We got mountains up ahead too, so we want to make sure we do this right. This might be a bad idea, but what the hell? It's a simulator, right? And I'm all sorts of filled with bad ideas. You guys know this. We're gonna do a short field takeoff here, guys. And we should be just fine with this airfield. Who's in the helicopter? Somebody's in a helicopter. All right, stereo cockpit time. Go stereo cockpit. All right, guys. We're ready. Is everybody ready? I'm gonna get a screenshot of that too. I'm gonna just stop saying screenshot. I'm just gonna do it. I think you guys need to know. And I'll just post it. Like after the stream. Just be like, okay, here we go. All right, guys. I know I'm a little bit ahead, probably about 10 seconds because of the buffer. So I'm going to say 3, 2, 1, and go. And then you guys are just going to follow me when I roll because of the buffer. So I'm going to start it again. 3, 2, 1, full power. And there goes some people already. Here we go. I fooled you guys. I fooled you guys. I said 3, 2, 1, and then you guys just went. Like you should. Problem with having sunglasses. Oh, shit. There we go. Wasn't quite ready for the rotation there. Well, that was kind of weird. That was like chopping whoever that was. Not sure why. We can go ahead and do a standard rate turn to the left. Intercept that course line to the left. Of course, for SBA, I gotta pull some throttle out before I damage my propeller or my engine. Worse yet, my engine. Either one would be bad, actually. Lift those flaps up, guys, if you haven't already. And we'll make our way to Santa Barbara. Good old Santa Barbara. You know, Kyle didn't join us tonight, guys, and he's missing out, Mr. California guy himself. We're flying Southern California, and he missed it. He must be busy. Who is that back there? They're flying like Mach 2. We're going to do the same thing for this flight too, by the way, guys. 6,500 feet. Let's plan on that. 6,500. And I guess I should go ahead and set my altitude to 6,500. 6,500. There we go. Beautiful. Where are you guys at? Intercepting the course line. I'm going to go ahead and turn to the right. See if we can see any traffic back down there, guys. We see any traffic? See that? That kind of sucks, right? I need to do some testing and see, like, when precisely do you lose the traffic that's on the ground? Like, what altitude? It's like, look. Well, I can see it there. You would think at 100% though, that's kind of That's kind of weird. You'd think at 100%, like all the roads or most of the roads would have traffic on it when it's set to 100%. Maybe that's just me. Go back to vertical speed so we can keep on climbing out. And we'll go about 1,200 feet per minute to climb out to 6,500 feet. Oops, sorry if I made you dizzy there. Get the tunes back on or rolling. How's that, Aces? Sound okay? I gotta, you know, I did this new compilation of music, I guess. And it's kind of loud. It's like louder than some of the other stuff that I have, and so make sure I'm not. And I don't know, Aces. You probably told me before. I turned the sound of the simulator up to 100% from 50. Is it okay, or should I turn that back down? Please let me know, because I can turn it down if it's too loud for you guys. There's KSBA, and yeah, see, pretty close. Another 26 minutes, and we're still climbing. We're gonna level off, so it's gonna be probably about 22 minutes maybe, and we'll be at our destination and wrap up the stream for tonight. Again, like I said, it's going to be a shorter stream. Oh, there we go. So that we already went through the entire selection. So give me a sec. We're going to go with something different now. I think you guys probably know where I'm going now. A little jazz to finish it off. And just because we can, should we change the time? Make it look let's go ahead and change. I'm gonna put it to 5:37 just because it just looks neater. Just give us a little bit of a different effect. Another thing, what is going on? Why do I have a do I have like a line? That's kind of weird. What's going on with that? What? How long has that been there, guys? I've got like this line that's... You guys see that? When did that show up? I'm not quite sure what that is. Hold on. What is that line? What in the world? You guys see that? I'm not sure. I got this like long black line, and I'm not quite sure what the hell it is. Wasn't my Elgato face cam because I turned that off. Oh, I bet it's Chrome. That's what it was. How long has that been there? Aces, how have you not said anything about that? That had to be driving you guys nuts. How did I mean, has that been on the whole time? Good God, it hasn't been on the whole time. I wonder what happened. Well, it hadn't been on the whole time. That was weird. I'm looking at, I'm going back. I don't know why that just popped up like that. Okay, well, that's why you haven't said anything, Aces, because it hadn't been on until just then. I don't know, that was weird. Anyway, weird. Got it fixed, though, at least. It's like, what the hell is that? What is that? You know, yeah, the thing is like with OBS and Streamlabs, they're just, you guys should see this. I've got like a million different like layer things, and so you gotta kind of go through and be like, okay, what's on and what's off, and I mean, it's literally pages of scrolling. I probably should clean some of these out because they're probably not even needed anymore. Oh, I want to do chat box. Here, I'm gonna turn on chat box. Guys, throw some chat in. I want to see if it works like I think it will work. Maybe it's not working. Oh, there it goes. Can you guys even read that? I used to use chat box and then I've turned it off. The nice thing about chat box is like if you're watching the video, you can see everybody's chat that pops up just like it did there. Without actually, you know, like if you're watching full screen, you don't have to take up the screen with the actual YouTube chat, which I know you guys get that. Not telling you anything you don't know. I also see it a lot quicker than I do like the regular YouTube chat too, so that's kind of nice. I don't know, maybe I'll have to leave chat box on. Ah, jeez. Yowzer. It's small, old golfer, so can you not read it? I can make it bigger. I can make it bigger. Terrible. Terrible. Symphonetic, you just really don't know when to just not, you know, not say anything. Did you see my previous comment? Can you guys read that? Maybe you can't even read that. I can make it bigger. No, it's fine. Okay. Triple that. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have that. Let me see. See, I was dicking with this before, and now I'm going to start doing it again. Box theme. I just want clean. Let's try clean. I think I like clean. Let's see how that works. Nice and clean. What happened? Is it buffering? I hope it's not buffering. For some reason my computer to my right started buffering. What about Tom and Harry? Okay. You guys saying. Oh my god. The ONT, yes, optical network terminal. Thank you, Aces. I couldn't remember that it is the ONT. Thank you. Smooth Jazz. Oh yes. Oh yeah, Low Tech 420. You said I would like to rip my Blu-ray collection to use on Plex. Absolutely, I did that. Yeah, definitely. It's nice. I mean, in the fact that you don't have to dick with the discs anymore. I mean, I have literally hundreds of movies and discs, and that was like, I can't tell you how many, you know, Low Tech and the rest of you, how many. This is a good shot. I need to get this screenshot here. Who is that? I spent so much time. That's pretty sweet. I spent so much time ripping, but you know, you put it in, you let it go, and then you go do something else, and then you come back and you check on it, and you pull out the disc, and you start it again, the next movie, and then you let it go. And then once you have it ripped, it's beautiful because then you just have everything indexed, and you just go in and you do your thing. You watch your movies and everything. Peace. But yes, definitely love it. Sage, Texas. Ooh, I scored a 48U MTU server rack today for free. Updating my rack soon. Can't wait. That's awesome. That's cool, Sage. Super cool. Oh, and then Aces, you said, because Blue Brothers and Pulp Fiction are so close to the same movie. He was ripping somebody here, Chris, apparently. Yes, that's what I meant. Sorry, guys, just catching up here. Sim sound is fine. Aces said sim sound is fine for my seat. Just music is either too soft or too low depending on the song. Yeah, I know. What I need to do is I need to go in and I need to actually do just kind of level all those, or is it often referred to as normalize. There's Adobe Audition's a great utility for that, because I could actually make an entire, because these are all individual songs. But what I can do is I could use other stuff like Adobe Premiere too, but I think I'd use Audition, and I just put everything into as one compilation, and then I could normalize it, and then like set what decibel level I want all of them to be at, and then I don't have them go up and down and up and down and up and down. And I've been meaning to do that, Aces. I just haven't had time. I just haven't had time to do it, guys. Low Tech 420. I was born and raised here in the city of Chatsworth. Sage, Texas. K. Billy super songs of the 70s. Oh, well, yeah, Sage. That's funny stuff. Good old Pulp Fiction reference, man. Love it. Starship said, yes, I see that line. Yeah, that... I all of a sudden, like, I don't know what happened because I didn't change anything. And all of a sudden, that black line was there. Like, what is up with that? That's so weird. Let's see. Asa said, that line showed up when you opened something to switch to jazz. Oh, okay. Huh. Maybe I just, like, Alt-Tab. Maybe I Alt-Tabbed and activated the Chrome window because it wasn't... Remember, I was trying to show you guys, the specs for the global vehicle traffic. Maybe that's what happened. He says I was switching to do the music and I actually activated the Chrome window and for some reason Streamlabs decided to actually show it. Must be it. Did you see my previous comment? I love that though. By the way, we haven't seen that individual in a while, have we? Oh no. Never mind, Stream Delay killed the joke. So you got that too? Did it buffer for you guys? Let me check the stats. I don't have any errors or notifications. I don't know. Did it buffer for you, Aces, as well? Lowtech 420, anyone checked out the new TDS GTN XI for Flight Simulator? I think PMS has some serious catching up to do. I have not, Lowtech. I'm at 980 Blu-ray movies at this point? Dude! You know how long that is? Okay, no buffer, but the delay. Cool. Do you know how long that is going to take you to rip those, dude? I mean, you have far more movies than I thought I had a huge collection. 980? And Blu-ray no less, because Blu-ray is going to obviously take longer than your standard definition 480p DVDs. That's going to take a while, my friend. I don't know, man. That's a long time. I mean, it's worth it in the end, but wow. Who is that in that Airbus that keeps flying by that's going crazy? I'm going to turn on the nameplates because, you know, I always like to do that at the end, towards the end of the stream. Now everybody's flying by me. I'm going to turn them on now because we're coming into our final approach. So I can see Silver Killer. That was Joseph. Joseph was flying by me. Silver Killer. Flying by me, Silver Killer. Who's behind me? McClyde. So I can't tell because all the Tip Bird. I know you guys are with me, but there's like all this hodgepodge of nameplates mixed in. So it's hard for me to see who else is back there because everybody's like on top of each other. It's cool. It's cool. So, what? So Javier Silver Killer, I've got to know. Like, is that from like the comic or what? Where did you get the name Silver Killer? I should know this. I feel like I should know this, and but I kind of want to know, where did you get that name? It's a cool name. I love it. Silver Killer. It's kind of like, if you guys ever jump on with like Chris Evans. So last night, Chris Evans, Aces, Don, and I played Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and we a lot of times will jump on Wednesday, and Aces wasn't planning on playing, and I kind of goaded him a little bit, and I was halfway kidding. And I should have known better because Aces will never pass up a Call of Duty opportunity. And so it was like 2 a.m. here. Aces, it was 3 a.m. But again, I swear you're a vampire. I think so because you really like the bat that I have in Call of Duty. You have the whole picture of a bat with a pacifier. You are really into bats. You never sleep. So I kind of wondering if you might be a vampire. Anyway. So we play, and it was a blast. And Don and I, Chris, I know Chris was frustrated. Don and I came back against Aces, and Chris, we were trailing. I don't remember, was it 5-3? But you guys also did well. We all did well. But it was a lot of fun. It's always fun. It's always fun. His name is Robin, that's right. My bat's name is Robin, indeed. But you guys, if you ever play Call of Duty, you're going to have to check out Ace's Call of Duty channel and join us on a Wednesday evening. I'm not always on there, but Ace's, he does a great job with it and has a lot of fun, does a live stream for it too. And it's just a lot of fun. It's a great way to blow off steam But I knew as soon as you said, Aces, you're going to do it, I'm like, it's going to be a late night. It was 2 a.m. by the time, a little after 2, because we chatted a little bit afterwards, too. Which was great, by the way. I mean, it's always fun. It's always a good time. 9:43, and we have to drop down. By the way, guys, what is the... I can look it up here. I did my homework. I just got to find my cheat sheet. So Santa Barbara elevation is roughly 11, so obviously sea level, right? We're seeing sea right around it. What runway will we be landing at? We better plan for that. This damn COVID cough is driving me flipping bonkers, guys. Oh my god. If any of you had it, have you guys had COVID and then had this damn persistent cough after you're well done with it? There's all kinds of runways here. Let's see what the weather is. KSBA. It looks like this. Oh, geez, clear. Clear. There's like zero wind. We can basically land on any runway we want. How often is this? I mean, this is a beautiful night to be flying. This is live weather, so this is what it looks like in California right now, guys. How slick is that? So the fact that it is 0 knots, we can land on any runway. So we've got runway 15 left, 15 right, 33 right, 33 left, and 725. What direction are we heading? 275. So if we're flying 275, we probably want to land on 25. So let's just go ahead and land on runway 25. Is that all right, guys? Are you okay with that? Because that's going to be a pretty much straight in. Let's just do that because it's late, and then that way we can be done sooner. I know if you guys want to, you guys can do it. If you want to do the what you should do, enter pattern, or actually at this airport it's air traffic controlled, so you guys can do it, whatever you need. I'm hoping runway 7, set up an RNAV 7, Don says. Well, Don, go ahead and fly runway 7, dude. Do it. Do it, man. Do it. I'm gonna, maybe we can run into each other because I'm gonna land on runway 25, Don. That's fine, I'll have a choice. To each their own, Don. If you want to do the RNAV, that's awesome, man. Do the RNAV 7. If I'm flying in and are you behind me, Don? You might be behind. See, Javier, it started with my gray hair plus add Call of Duty, then you get my name. Oh, sure. That's awesome. That's awesome. I love the name, man. The crazy guy. Alan Clayton says the crazy guy. I think you're referring to Joseph up there, right? Don says I had so much fun last night. Yeah, Don, man, it was so much fun. It's always fun with you guys. You and Aces and... Okay, I need to lose 5,500 feet, so it's time to descend, guys. Right? Well, close. 5,500 feet. So say 6 minutes. Yeah, we probably should start descending. Alright, well, I'll get the altitude set. I'm just gonna do 1,000. They're basically at sea level plus 1,000 per pattern. If that's right. I mean, technically you would look at the book and see what the pattern altitude is in real life. When you're doing your flight planning, I just don't put that much time into it. Sorry. Okay, so 1,000, and we're gonna start descending. I get the vertical speed set on this. We'll go ahead and enable the Bravo throttle quadrant so you guys can see what I'm doing. And then I'm gonna go over here, and you're gonna see me hit this vertical speed. See it right there? It's gonna light up just like it did. I've got the selector here, set to vertical speed. I've often complained about this, that it's black. There's like this notch here, or a little. Yeah, it's like a little line here, but you can't see shit. You can't see it. So I think that's one of the things that they should improve on the Alpha. Kind of like they're improving on the, or not Alpha+Bravo. And on the Alpha, they're improving. They're doing spring-loaded for your magneto switch, which is kind of killer. Kind of super killer, if you will. Kind of watching my ground speed, making sure I'm kind of keeping that approximately the same here, guys. We come in. as we come in for runway 25, that's a runway I will be landing 25, and it's a gorgeous night, SimFans. It's a beautiful night to be flying with all of you, my friends. I appreciate you guys so much, and how about, you know, look at that tip bird down there. Beautiful. Low tech up there. Beautiful. It's so cool to be flying, you know, when we have these streams and, you know, to be flying with you guys, it's so much fun. It's just like, I'll tell you what, I mean, honestly, I get done with it's been so stressful at work lately. I mean, there's just, it's fine, it's what it is, and I'm fortunate to have the job I have, and I love the people I work with. I love my team, I love my boss. I mean, I love the department, I love the work, but sometimes it just gets super stressful like any job. But it's so fun to like just get done and just chill out and fly with all you guys and just having fun, building relationships. It's really what this channel is all about. When I set out a little over a year ago, it's what I wanted. I was just hoping for, and it's become more than that. I never imagined like so many friendships that would develop. And I'm not just talking me. I'm talking about all of you together, like each other. You guys build friendships together, and it's just a really cool thing. In these times, it's just great to see. No, done with that. Done with that, Aces. So let's see, we better jump back in, get our landing light on. I guess I already had it on, never turned it off. Oops. I'm really doing well tonight, guys. All right, let's see. Let's go ahead and zoom in a little bit here. And again, we're pretty much just straight in. I mean, if we can see the, I really can't see anything. Oh, here we go. Here it is. I can see the Vazzies or Pappies. So there's the, okay, so Joseph's already going in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the, start pulling the throttle out and get our full mixture in, mixture rich, get our prop lever fully forward and start making our approach onto runway 25. And basically, you can just follow Joseph. I mean, Joseph's kind of like the pilot car right now. He's making his way in, fans. And those runway and indicator lights, those are awesome, like in real life and in the flight simulator, because real. Well, no, I was just saying real, Aces, but no, I mean, you can kind of see, I thought I could see, yeah, see? Look, that's what I was talking about. So you can see the Pappies over there. But the real lights, they kind of look like runway end indicator lights, because I was just starting to talk about that. But they're not. But I'll tell you, the runway end indicator lights, or as Aces said, the reals, those are like almost a lifesaver, literally, when you're coming in, especially like right now we have some light, so it's not like pitch black. So I need to slow down so I can start start taking some throttle out so I can start putting in some flaps, because I'm kind of going a little faster, guys. It did look like reals though, Aces, I agree. But from a distance, it kind of looked like it, didn't it? But I'll tell you what, I've relied on those in real life too. It was like, so when you're coming into a airport that is uncontrolled airspace, put a notch in there. You click your mic to set it, and it's like, I think it's 3 clicks is low, 5 clicks is medium, and 7 clicks is high. I might have that wrong. It's been a while. But you basically control those runway lights by just essentially clicking your mic on the CTAF frequency, and CTAF is Common Traffic Advisory Frequency. And nice flaps there. And this music's like perfect for this, right? Because we're like coming in when it's getting It's dark. It's like the time for jazz. I'm gonna go ahead and I'd never use this. Like Aces, you use this, and the rest of you use this. I find that I never use it. I'm always using the switch on my Alpha flight controls. I'm always using that. One more notch. There we go, guys. So we come in. All right, and Aces, I didn't do the sterile cockpit, buddy. I'm like switching through windows right now as I'm landing. That is a terrible idea, by the way. And just like this works good for like slight adjustments as we come in here. It's looking like a pretty good approach here. Tip bird off to our left there. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and pull the throttle out. I'm not gonna do the reversers this time. See if we can't butter this, guys. Put a little bit. Main gear first, remember? Here we go. You know, and I didn't study the airport diagram. We'll just go ahead and turn to the right here. Good enough for government work, right? That's how the old saying goes. Good enough for government work. Well, and we got to get over by Joseph. Look at Joseph parked over here. Better go ahead and turn off the landing light, got the taxi light, strobe lights off. Hello, can we come up here? Hi, guy. How do? Oh, here's this guy. Can we go over here? Like, okay, let's try this. You guys ever notice these guys are like always just slightly off, or is it just me? Like they're just always just kind of like slightly off. And here he is. Okay. And now he's like, oh, nope, you got it. Oh. Parking brake is on, friends. Let's go ahead. We got to feather the prop. Feathered. And then I want to go ahead and turn off my avionics, my nav lights, my taxi light. Leave the beacon on because the engine hasn't stopped running. Gonna go ahead and now I'm gonna go pull out, and we'll let that engine calm down. There's that DA62. Beautiful. Beautiful. Tip bird off in the distance. Now I can go ahead and turn off the beacon light. And friends, my amigos, my compadres. Boy, that's some bright strobe lights. And we're there. Look at this. And now I'm gonna go ahead and shut everything else down. Got my flashlight on still too. How about that? Let's go ahead and see if anyone is still coming in. And we might be able to capture them. And we got to come up with a name with because just to say like the drone camera, that's kind of lame. What is a creative name for the camera here? When we're watching you guys come in for a landing, what should we call this camera, guys? We got to come up with like some sort of Silver Killer. Look at Silver Killer coming in. And McClyde. Look at McClyde coming in. Oh, has he landed yet? Nope, he hasn't. Perfect timing. Oh, that looks good, McClyde. Good job, my friend. Old Golfer coming in. Let's catch Old Golfer. You know, the thing I loved about X-Plane is the replay and the cameras, because like you could do the runway camera. Now, I know there's a replay now within... Okay, I'm going to shut up now. Let's watch Old Golfer. Pretty good, Old Golfer. I think I'm getting better with my Xbox controller too, capturing you guys. I mean, it's like anything, it takes practice, because I've got like, I can speed up the camera, I can slow it down, I've got the little thumbstick thing, so like, you know, obviously, my camera froze again. Why is it doing that? Fine. I gotta figure that out, guys. I don't know why my camera keeps freezing on me. That's annoying as shit. Oh, you know what? I think I might know why. Did that actually? I think I just figured it out. I bet that froze when because I turned on my Xbox controller. Hold on, I'm like looking back. Nope, it wasn't that. I don't know. That's weird. I don't know. So I got to figure out why my camera freezes. I mean, I love this Elgato camera, but it's driving me crazy because it. Well, this is going to allow me to test something, because I think, guys, what I did wrong before is I meant to just close Streamlabs, because like to get my camera to work again. This is really pissing me off, by the way, because I shouldn't be doing that. I accidentally did an end stream, so I'm going to close. Because I can reset my camera by closing Streamlabs, and I think it's got to be something with Streamlabs and Elgato. I don't know yet, but hold on.